Welcome back to Capitol Tonight. I'm Susan Arbetter. We now know that New York will lose a single congressional seat after redistricting next year. There seems to be two schools of thought on this outcome. One is that it could have been worse. The state could have lost 2 seats, not just 1. But the state only lost that 1 seat by 89 people, a point made on Twitter by my next guest, State Senator Myrie, who summed up the other school of thought on the subject while giving voice to the frustration that so many people had last year when the state's $20 million census allocation had been withheld for over a year. Myrie wrote, "So forgive me if I am a little incensed that this administration never took the census seriously. Was it the only reason we missed the mark by 89 people? No. Do I believe that we would have been in a different position today had the governor heeded the calls of the community? Yes." Today, we're joined by Senator Myrie, who heads up the Elections Committee in the state Senate. It's always good to see you. Welcome back.
Pleasure to be with you, Susan.
So 89 people is heartbreaking. So why do you place some of the blame, though, on the governor?
I think what's so incredibly frustrating about this process was we saw this coming. We knew that there were many census tracts in New York that were hard to count. 80% of the census tracts in my own district are classified as hard to count. So we raised the voices of the community. We said we need these resources so that we can reach every nook and cranny, every corner, every door that was necessary to engage folks. And we were also in a once-in-a-century pandemic. The fact that the governor did not heed these calls, did not listen to the people on the ground, didn't listen to the many legislators that called for it, really put us in the position that we're in today. I know it's easy to Monday morning quarterback, but we're talking about 89 people, 89 that could have been counted.
And, you know, the money was allocated way before the pandemic hit. It was allocated, I believe, in 2019. Any idea why it wasn't actually distributed to the community groups until almost the middle, actually the last third of 2020?
Susan, I think we can really sum this up as it was not a priority for the governor, period. There was a lot that we were dealing with as a state. We were trying to manage a pandemic. We were trying to get folks resources. In my own district, we were doing food banks, pantry lines every single week. There was a lot going on. But we still made it a priority in our office to reach out to folks. I did robocalls. I did a parade on the census. I knocked on doors. We did everything that was necessary. The governor didn't take this seriously, and that's why we are where we are today.
You know, it's interesting that the governor likes to say we can walk and chew gum at the same time, this administration. But it sounds like what you're saying is that they were not able to walk and chew gum and, you know, get the census money out the door.
You know, it's really an unfortunate circumstance. There were things that the governor did during this pandemic that were helpful to the people in this state. And again, it is easy for us to look back and to say you should have done this or you should have done that. That's not what this is about. We raised the issue in 2019 when the money was allocated, months later when the money was not allocated, and up until the very last day that the census was due, we were calling for these resources. So this didn't come out of nowhere. This wasn't out of the blue.
Right.
This was simply a choice not to prioritize.
So is there anything that you intend to do about this issue as a lawmaker? I mean, can you force the state and the city to coordinate, for example? Can you force the budget division to release allocated funding sooner? Anything?
You know, my hope is that this is instructive for future allocations, that it's instructive for future calls from the community, that when we say this is something that we need, and when we as a legislature decide to allocate the money, that money should be allocated expeditiously. The consequences aren't just for that immediate budget cycle. We're talking about, in this instance, for the next decade for the state of New York.
So is that something that you are going to try to put into some sort of statute, or is it something you're just calling for? What are you doing?
You know, I think I'm very open to the discussion on what policy changes we can make to help expedite this process. I think it's important that people get the resources that are allocated by our annual budget. So I'm looking forward to having that discussion.
Good. No, it seems like the governor agrees with you and many of us that 89 people is within the margin of error, so he's directed the AG to sue. Does that give you any sort of hope?
You know, I am cautiously optimistic. I believe that this state has tried to use legal procedures in the past to challenge census counts. We've been unsuccessful in the past, but we've also haven't been as close as we were this time around. And so there is an outside chance. But, you know, I think we should have made the investment so that we wouldn't be in this predicament to begin with.
Right. And tick-tock, I mean, redistricting and the drawing of the maps has to happen pretty soon anyway. So, you know, ironically, the Times had a story today about Republican-led states like Florida and Texas, which gained seats, but not as many as they had expected. And they blamed it on governors who didn't spend any money on getting out the count. We have seconds, but any thoughts on that?
You know, counting during a pandemic is difficult, and I don't want to make that easy or say that we should have done this or done that. But I think if it was a priority for the governors, they would have made it happen.
Sure. Senator Zellner Myrie, thank you.
Thanks, Susan.